Hi everyone! As a result of not being able to upload any more Christian Perspective videos due to copyright issues, I found myself at a bit of a dead end in terms of what to do, until one of you left a comment that sparked a bit of an idea for me. Today's video is about Christmas. Now, there are three main thoughts of this. The first is that it's the birthday of Christ and a celebration of such. This is a traditional Christian view of the day. The second, more worldly view is that Christmas is just another holiday where we wish goodwill for humanity and the Christmas spirit and all that. In fact, we should rather refer to it as Xmas, or the festive season, they say. The third is that we shouldn't even celebrate Christmas, as it has its roots in pagan holidays and traditions, and doesn't even take place on the actual date of Christ's birth. So, what is the truth? As always, the truth can often be found in the middle of the extremes. Christmas is a celebration of Christ's birth. It is a time of goodwill and the Christmas spirit, and it is rooted in pagan celebrations and traditions which have been adapted to the day. The first point, the celebration of Christ's birth. Historical records do not agree conclusively on when Christ was born. For every person saying they know the day, 5 others say they know another day to be accurate. As such, we are left with little choice except to celebrate the day of his birth on a general day when we can all get together and celebrate it. This is where a part of the decision to do it on traditionally pagan celebration days comes from. It is easy for us in modern times, when Christianity is so prevalent, to condemn this decision. However, for our forefathers who lived in a time when Christianity was still being established in a lot of these cultures, it was a stroke of brilliance. It allowed greater acceptance of the celebration, as it was easier for people to move from one celebration to the other. We, as modern Christians, can learn a lot from those before us. The popularity of Christianity in the West is dropping year on year. Why? Because now more than ever, Christians have a holier-than-thou attitude. We tend to detach ourselves from the reality of the world and want to live in our own holy bubbles, condemning those who do not. This is not how Jesus lived. Jesus ate with tax collectors and prostitutes, who were the outcasts of their society. How many Christians these days would go and eat with the outcasts of our society? How many of us instead condemn them? In doing this, Jesus did not give in to sin. He was holy, but among the unholy. Matthew 5:14-16. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father who is in heaven. This brings us to the topic of, is Christmas something we as Christians should be celebrating? Christmas in the modern times has become more and more commercialized, with Santa Claus and gift-giving coming forefront and center, and Jesus' birth taking back billing. While Santa Claus is a wonderful fictional figure, the idea of him being real is the first major lie that most children are told by their parents. Is it any wonder that when they grow up they doubt their faith in God? If my parents were so willing to lie to me to make me happy about this one thing, what other things have they been lying to me about? Is a thought that, although not always spoken, can very much play on the subconscious. So, should you ban Santa in all movies and such? No. However, I do believe you should make it clear to your kids that he isn't real and it's just a story. Whereas the true reason for Christmas is the birth of Christ. It's right there in the name, Christ Mass. A Mass is another name for a meeting or service with the purpose of worshipping God. In fact, what my family used to do when I was small is wake up early on Christmas morning and sing happy birthday to Jesus, because that's what Christmas is, a celebration of his birth. Therefore, Christmas is the meeting of us together to worship God for the gift of his Son, Christmas, Christmas. It is the one time of year where we stop our usual daily life and set time apart to try and mirror who Christ is and what he stands for in the world. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And how often is that last one forgotten to our detriment? With people getting overly drunk and eating to huge excess. Certainly no self-control there. So, this Christmas, let us bring Christ back into our celebration and remember him for who he is. Let us not stop acting in these ways after Christmas is done, but continue to spread his word and teachings all year long. Let us become people we were made to be. In this fast-paced and highly advancing world, it is easy to get swept up in despair and nihilism, to think that things can only get worse from here on in, or to fall into the trap that many Christians do of just wanting the end of days to come. We need to stop and ask ourselves, what is God's true will for this world? That all should know him and come to salvation. For his kingdom to come and his will to be done, on earth as it is in heaven. We need to strive towards the same goal, trying to be the light in the darkness and trying to be representatives of his kingdom to the world. Will we always get it right? No. But God willing, we will keep trying and never surrender, so that on the day we meet our Creator, we will be met with a "Well done, my good and faithful servant." That is my goal in life, and I hope that it will one day become yours. God bless you all, and I hope you have a truly happy, blessed, Merry Christmas. From me, Matthias, good night, God bless, bye for now.